What's the word, my people? Thanks for choosing Total Payout Podcast. It's your host, Trouble. Today's date is March 18, 2026. Go ahead and recap yesterday's picks. We went 2-1, nothing to sneeze at. We had Milwaukee at home plus 10.5. We had Orlando at home plus 10.5. We had a lone road team, Miami Heat plus 4.5. Miami got spanked. But the home teams did come through, so, good to go. Now, today's picks, we got 3 picks on deck again today. We got the Toronto Raptors on the road versus Chicago Bulls. We got the Atlanta Hawks on the road against the Dallas Mavericks, and we got the Lakers on the back-to-back against the Houston Rockets. So we're gonna take a look at those 3 games, see if we can see something that we look at that we like to take advantage of. Now, the first game we're gonna handicap is gonna be Toronto versus Chicago. It's gonna be their third meeting. First meeting happened February 5th. Home game for Toronto, minus 7.5. Toronto came through money line 123-107. Went over the total of 227. Second meeting, February 19th, home game for Chicago. Toronto minus 6.5. Toronto money line 110-101, under 234. Now, last 10 head-to-head, Chicago 6-4 straight up last 10. Toronto 5-4-1 against the spread last 10. And the total was even 5-5 over under last 10. Now, Toronto's profile 10-4 to the under last 14. Toronto was 5-1 under last 6 away from home. Toronto also was under 10-2 last 12 at Chicago. And they're 8-14 under versus the East away from home overall. Now, Chicago under is 9-2 last 11. Their under is 6-0 last 6 at home, and they're 15-5-1 under versus the East at home overall. Now, my personal line has this as Toronto minus 2, total around 229. The total came out, I think it's like 233.5, 234. I see a lot of 234s. I'm gonna go ahead and push it 234. I'm gonna take it under that. Now obviously it's teetering at 5 points, 229, 234. I usually like to be at least 7 points under what they're looking at, but I'm gonna take this under because I'm a strong under trends. Now overall 5-5, not a lot of wiggle room, but Toronto has been under strong overall and under away from home, and then Chicago's been under at home, and they've been a strong under. Period. So that, either they've been playing D or their offense has been off, but they've been going under 9-2 last 11. I think this is a game that Toronto does control. They need to control this game. They don't want to have a close game. They're fighting for the playoff right now. Chicago's out of it, so they want to take advantage of this team. I don't think the offensive game suits Toronto well in this game. So, it might be close, but we're going to take it under. Now, the second game we're going to handicap going to be Atlanta versus the Dallas Mavericks. This is basically a bounce, not back-to-back game, but they did play a week ago. This is the second meeting, obviously. Home game for Atlanta. Atlanta minus 10 came through 124-112, went under 240. Now, last 10 head-to-head, Dallas 6-4 straight up last 10, 5-5 against the spread last 10, so it's even, and then 5-5 over under. So total and the spread been a push. Now, Atlanta's profile under is 9-4 last 13. Their under is 5-1 last 6 versus Southwest. That's the conference that's a division that Dallas is a part of, and then Atlanta is 10-15 over under versus the West overall. Now, Dallas is 9-2 under last 11. They're 10-1 to the under last 11 versus Southeast. That is the division that Atlanta is a part of. Dallas under is 8-2 last 10 in March, and they're also 10-17 over under versus the East overall as well. Now, just a little nugget. I have been kind of telling Atlanta at this specific number probably about the last 3 to 4 weeks. The magic number for me, anywhere between 238 239. I've been kind of looking at Atlanta. My number's been falling at Atlanta 232, 231. Once again in this game, I got Atlanta minus 3, 231, 232, somewhere around there, depending on, depending. So 231, 232, their line opened up 238.5, 239. It's about 6.5, 7 points, depending on, we go with 231, 232. Now, we did tell them 3 games on this channel. The 3 games that we did take the previous meeting that against the Dallas for Atlanta, March 10th. The line opened up at 239, closed at 240. The total landed at 236. Crazy first quarter, crazy second quarter, second half, way under. The second game we did tell them was against Portland March 1st. Opened up at 2:39 again. It did close at 2:36, so a lot of people ran up to the window, took their game under, so it went down 3 points. The game ended 2:36. So depending on where you got it, if you got it anywhere above 2:36, you push. But if you got it at above 2:36, you won. But if you got it at 2:36, you pushed. Now the other game was February 24th. It opened up at 2:38. It closed at 2:36, but they only hit 2:17. So I know it's gambling, man. To try to tell something so many times, and it's tough, But like I say, we're gonna ride it till they get us. So we're gonna keep telling this number 238, 239 with Atlanta. If our totals land at 231, 232, we're gonna keep pushing that line till they get us. Now the third game, the final game is gonna be the Lakers versus the Rockets. It's our third and final meeting. No 4 meetings this season for these teams. The first meeting happened on Christmas, December 25th. Home game for the Lakers. Houston came through -2, 119.96. So they just stumped all over the Lakers. Under 231 was the total. March 16th, which was 2 days ago, was the second meeting. Houston at home, Lakers -1. Lakers 100-92, under the total of 233. Now the last 10, Lakers have been dominated, 6-4 across the board, 6-4 straight up, 6-4 against the spread, 6-4 on the total. Now the Lakers are 6-0 against the spread last 6. They're 6-0 straight up last 6, but they're 2-5 straight up last 7 at Houston, and they're 1-4 straight up last 5 playing on Wednesdays. Now Houston is 1-4 against the spread last 5. They're 5-2 straight up last 7 at home versus the Lakers. 1-5 against the spread versus the West last 6, and they're 1-5 last 6 straight up on Wednesday. So them and the Lakers horrible on Wednesday. So that's a wash. Now last game, man, obviously that was a horrible second half for Houston. Into the third quarter, fourth quarter, that was a horrible game for them. KD 2 points in the second half, 7 turnovers for the game, 6 in the second half. I don't see KD having a second game, pretty much a back-to-back against the Lakers at home, prime time, 2 games like that. He put it on himself. You read the fine print. You listen to his post game. He put up the whole loss on himself. So we know how superstars bounce back, especially when they're talking spicy like that. We know he's probably stayed up the last 2 days. Probably was in the gym, overnight, shooting them shots, getting them up, watching that tape. 6 turnovers, uncharacteristic. 2 points, way uncharacteristic. And them 2 points came last 30 seconds of the game when it was out of reach. So that it wasn't even like 2 points at the beginning of the third quarter. It was 2 points at the end of the game. So I don't see KD having that type of game. Obviously, Luka's gonna do him. Lakers balling. Got to give them their credit. They balling. But Houston at home, back to back. I think Houston's just strong at home. Lakers don't win in Houston. Houston is playing bad right now. Hopefully they figure out that trap. If Sengun's not gonna play, put KD in the middle and let KD be the anchor. But don't let KD be at the top of the key, because then you're strong. Obviously you're exposed at this point. So we got 3 picks today. Just to kind of recap the picks. We got Chicago at home under the total of 234. We got Dallas at home under the total of 239, and then we got Houston at home money line -135 is what I'm looking at against the Lakers. So I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in to Total Payout Podcast. It's your host Trouble. Today's date March 18, 2026. Go ahead and give me a like, comment, and subscribe at the end of this video. I want you guys to go ahead and have a blessed hump day. Please stay out the way. Like I say, new week, new street. Have a great day. Thank you.
A heavyweight, they be light work. Change my lane on these niggas and it might work.